Kingdom. Read for you by Asher Thor. Preparation. Hey guys, before we take our international playing on the road with our international rotations and having women in abundance all across the world, let's do some prep first. We're going to talk about the prep work before you even land so you can maximize what it is that you're going to do and who you are going to meet. Having a plan and an outline of things that you desire is key. So, in this section, we're going to talk about location, money, social media, dating apps, and what's better out of international versus domestic travel. Are you guys ready? We're all players, but we're not all international players. That's my job to open up your eyes to see the international player in you. Let's go. Introduction. Welcome to the International Player. Where we left off the international keys, I taught you how to plan and travel. Now that I assume you're traveling, we're going to talk about getting on a plane and meeting women. Now, I do understand that a lot of you guys meet women already, but I'm going to show you how to effectively and efficiently manage and build worldwide rotations. Now, if you've been following me for a while, you will know that I came into the game with a high-level worldwide rotation. Now, you may ask, what exactly is a worldwide rotation? It is having multiple women in different places across the world. Some people consider themselves to be players, having women on their beck and call, and one's close to that. Now, you know that's not my style. I'm international Afi, and I like having women in different states and in different countries. I'll discuss with you how to do this. We'll talk about meeting the women, how to maintain them, and strategies on dating, having sex, and keeping up with women after you do your traveling. I've traveled the world for 20 plus years now. My first trip was in Los Angeles, California, and my last trip was to Germany. Before that, it was Africa. I've been all over Asia, Mexico, Europe, and I've seen different types of women. I think the problem is, now that most people depend on dating apps in order for production, dating apps are cool, but it should only be what you use for extra credit, meaning you shouldn't depend on this. So throughout these chapters, I'll break down everything that you need to do to not only be a player, but to be an international player. Let's get into it. Chapter 1, Location. What's going on? So how do we plan on doing some traveling? First things first, we need to figure out exactly where it is that we need to go, or want to go. If you don't, you need to come up with a domestic list and also an international list. Get a piece of paper and write 5 places that you would like to go to. You can include monuments or things that you're interested in. Domestically, we can use an example such as New York, LA, Houston, Seattle, and the Bay Area. So if I named those 5 places, I can also name such things like the LAX, to see a Lakers game in LA. When I talk about the Bay Area, it can be San Francisco, crossing the Bay Bridge, or even riding the BART train. If it's New York, it can be to ride the subway. The point is, the more particular you get with your dreams and aspirations, the clearer the vision is. If we're talking about international travel, let's break down some things like a few of my favorite places to go. For example, Thailand, Paris, France, Colombia, places like that. And when you name the places, think of the places that you would like to go. This will help you create an experience and a vision for you to look forward to. And once you look forward to something, it makes it easier to obtain because you think of different ways that you can accomplish these goals. One place that I would like to go to is Japan, but given the circumstances, the quarantine, I am not able to do that. So I have to think of alternatives. So, you have your 5 domestic and your 5 international places. And if you don't plan on going international and you don't have your passport, put that on your to-do list for the month. So whatever day it is, give yourself exactly 30 days from the day you're reading this book to apply and hopefully obtain your passport. I have plenty of people who talk about wanting to get their passports years on and years on, and that's their excuse for not traveling and seeing the world. So, it's my advice. My job, as your advisor, is to help you with the things that you find difficult. Now, another thing, back to the international player, which you guys really care about. You can't always go off of what people say. People will say this place is bad. I was told that Brazil is unsafe, which, in a sense, it is not. But it's the same thing as going to LA, Chicago, or any other place where there's crime and dark alleys that you shouldn't be experimenting and walking through. Wherever you travel, like I said in international keys, be smart about it. So, if it's women that you're looking for, what kind of women do you like? Example, I've dated Caucasian women and I've had sex with Caucasian women, but it's not necessarily my ideal preference. When I go to Europe, are the women a little bit better than the ones in America? Of course. But do I prefer that over maybe an African American woman or a woman from the Philippines? No. So if you're traveling to meet women, think about the type of women that you like and where they reside, and then you plan your trips around that. If I want to meet a wholesome woman, I'm not going to the All-Star Weekend in Vegas to meet one. Do you understand what I'm saying? If I like a woman with big butts, we're going to Colombia or South America, Dominican Republic, Brazil, places like that, where women are known to have big bottoms. Some men aren't into that, so that wouldn't be their thing. A lot of times we hear from people and they tell us about their experiences. But are we really intent on being manipulated and influenced? We listen and we hold on to their words. Yes, this happens. But by allowing this, we take away from our own life experiences. I'm the type of person that tells everyone else, do what you do and experience for yourself. You and a friend of yours can go see the exact same movie, and one person hates the movie, and you love it. It's the same thing with travel. Also, traveling is also good to try different types of foods, learning different cultures, and so forth. This will make you a more deeper person, and it will attract women to you for your rotations. Example, if I'm in Mexico, and I know Mexican heritage, when I have small talk, i.e. cold approaching, or just running into a woman out and about, if I can talk about things that she doesn't think I should know, this will automatically make me more attractive, as well as she will appreciate the fact that I took out the time to learn about her culture. You know, get your mark, your checklist, and go to places that you would desire. After you mark those places off, you will have full experience of domestic and international travel. And you can start building your worldwide international rotation, being the international player that you will become. Chapter 2, Money. This next section, we will discuss money. This won't be a long chapter because money is subjective. It's almost like discussing someone's taste. But it's still good to have a ballpark of what it is you're doing. Try to map out and ballpark everything that you want to do. Now, we're not talking about splurging $5,000 on the club because you want to buy everybody a bottle of champagne. Let's talk realistically. How many days are you there? Are you there for the weekend or are you there for 5 to 10 days? That's for you to know. What I'm saying is, you need to have a certain amount of money each day to figure out exactly what it is you can afford and what